Hello and welcome back, my caternauts, to yet another speed draw. I'm so happy I got another request on my last video, and I believe it was Piggy Ford, adorable nickname, asked me to take you step by step through the process of drawing an original character. So for the past few, I'd say maybe a year now, I've been working on a comic idea. It's nowhere near finished, but I have several characters planned out, and so I've got their rough draft design sheets laid out, and for showing you how to make an original character, I decided I would do Hanako Ishikawa. That's her right there. She is a kick-ass female samurai, also known as the Blue Lotus Samurai. In order to make her, I did lots of research on samurai and their culture. I tried to make the armor as authentic as possible. Her tattoo was a blue lotus tattoo, which is very symbolic in the samurai culture. And I also looked up lots of different eye styles. I wanted to make sure she didn't have big, round eyes. She's Asian. And nobody scream racism. It's not racism. Generally, Asians have smaller eyes. I wanted to make sure my Asian character looked Asian. I don't want her to look white, I don't want her to look black, I want her to look Asian. I have several characters of different races, and I'm trying to make sure they all look their race, because I loathe anything that just whitewashes. Anyways, so let us begin. Alright, so as always, I'm going to begin with the basic skeleton of the drawing. So I've gone online and I've looked up samurai sword poses because I find it difficult to envision a pose in my head and draw it to look correct. Another method that you could use for getting a view of what the human anatomy is in certain positions is models like this. Right here. I find these a little more difficult to use, but I do like them. This one, his name is Norman. Sits on my desk. Helps me draw. They're about $15. I think it's about $20 for the ones that are a little bit bigger. Yeah, and I do recommend buying them because they are useful to use. But for this one, I'm just going to go online and look up reference poses. Let's get started! Here we are, and I'm quite impressed with how the skeleton has turned out. So, as you can see, it's a nice, cool samurai action pose. She's got her sword. She has two swords. At least I'm planning for her to have two swords, but here we'll show her with only one sword. And now we're going to draw in her facial features and her hair, and then we'll add her clothes as well. Let's go. it's looking freaking great. I am in love with how this has turned out so far. We've got her hair, her face, her clothes. Now all that's left to do is to, of course, draw the sword and any other intricate little details that she would have on her, clothes. Samurai kimonos and armor were very, very elegant, very intricate. They were embroidered with beautiful patterns, and I don't feel that her kimono does it justice, but it was the best that I felt I could do. But you should always push yourself out of your comfort zone. I didn't do that as much as I would have liked to with her character. I mean, I'm not used to drawing characters with their hair up and out of their face quite like this, or drawing quite small eyes. I'm used to the big, expressive anime eyes, but I wanted to give her serious, almond-shaped eyes. And I'm not very familiar with drawing armor, so drawing samurai armor, nonetheless, was a challenge. But I felt I could have done more to push myself out of my comfort zone, step across that boundary, because that's the only way that you're going to ever improve with your drawing and your art. For the longest time, all I did was bust up drawings. I didn't want to draw hands, I didn't want to draw feet. Those are the two hardest things for me to draw. But you have to. Even if they look like crappy spiders, you have to draw hands, you have to draw feet, you have to draw whatever you don't want to draw. Otherwise, you're never going to get better at drawing it, and you're always going to be drawing bust-up pictures. So, if you want to be an amazing drawer of bust-up pictures, then go for it. But if you want to progress with your drawing abilities, you need to step past your comfort zone. Now, we're going to add in the details of her samurai sword, her katana, and we're going to add in the intricate details of her armor and her kimono. And just a quick note, her hairstyle, I was doing lots of research, and because I wanted to make sure everything was culturally correct. Because the samurai were an incredible social group of warriors, and very highly educated. So, her hairstyle is a traditional Japanese hairstyle. I cannot remember the name for the life of me, and that was difficult to draw. If you're looking for a challenge to draw new hairstyles, I recommend looking at traditional Japanese women's hairstyles, or men's hairstyles too. Those are a great challenge. Okay, let's get started. Voila! It's wonderful! I'm actually really impressed with how this ended up. I wasn't expecting to do so well with it. That's a lovely surprise. But yes, so this would be my original character, and all I have to do now is ink her in with some black ink. So, nothing more really to be said. I've got her lovely lotus pattern along her abdomen, her blue lotus tattoo. She is the blue lotus samurai, Hanako Ishikawa. Her name, Hanako, means flower child, and Ishikawa, I believe, means by the river or something. And if you don't know, lotuses grow in water, and they're very symbolic in Hinduism and Buddhism and Japanese culture. They symbolize coming from the mud, or from nothing, I guess, flowering to something beautiful, becoming something greater than yourself, something like that. Forgive me if I have misremembered, but I believe that's what the gist of it was. Now all we have to do is ink it in. Let's begin! And it is done. It is complete. We have finished drawing an original character of mine. And I'm quite pleased with it. I'm actually really happy. Please do not use this character in anything of yours. She is my character, and I have many plans for her in my story. But yes, this is Hanako Ishikawa, the Blue Lotus Samurai. One of the last samurais left in this story also. Anyways, this has been another speed draw. Thank you for watching. And if you like, please click the subscribe button, watch my other content, if you like this, please go to my other sites, my DeviantArt, Twitter, and Tumblr. Links are in the description below for more content like this. And I will see you next time on my channel. Bye!